The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your college football knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts, from live betting during the game to rivalry week odds boosts and so much more. DraftKings Sportsbook have everything you need to stay in on the action from kickoff to final whistle. Whether you're betting your go-to team or making moves mid-game as momentum shifts, Saturdays are yours to own with DraftKings Sportsbook. Here's something special for you first-timers. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Shannon, that's code Shannon for new customers, to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Y'all know who I am. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host. He's Liberty City's own Matting's ratings adjuster, Bengals Ring of Fame honoree. He's a Pro Bowler. He's an All-Pro. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, do us a favor. Go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for your support and your continued support, because thanks to you, Nightcap has ascended to heights we could have only imagined, and especially in such a short time. So thank you again for your support and your continued support. My cognac, Laportier, just head over to laportiercognac.com to grab your bottle. Please make sure you go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Shay Media. And my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. We've got Grammy-nominated rapper LECRAE joining us a little bit later. But first, Ocho, the headlines. The Buccaneers informed rookie Shilo Sanders today that he's being waived. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, Robert Bailey, a former teammate of mine with the Ravens, added, we're hoping he'd get claimed off waivers. Ocho, where do you think Shilo will land?
You know what? I'm not sure where he will land. There's some teams out there that could use some depth, especially at the safety position. I'm not sure what the Bengals look like in the secondary. I think Steelers can add, the Saints can add to their secondary as well. He's going to get claimed. Where he gets claimed, I'm not sure where that will be yet. Listen, for one, he has awesome representation in Robert Bailey and Drew Rosenhaus. Obviously, they represented me while I was playing, during my tenure. So he will get picked up. Where he gets picked up, I'm not sure, but he has the right person in his corner to make sure he gets another opportunity to play the game that he loves.
Sometimes your last name can be a blessing and a curse. It's not normal that free agents have breaking news that they're being released. He's an undrafted free agent, and because his name is Sanders, the blessing and the curse, people say, well, Shannon, he only got an opportunity because his last name is Sanders. Maybe you can recall the last time an undrafted free agent, it was breaking news that he was getting released, getting waived, whatever the case may be. Go ahead, Ocho.
Anytime it's a rookie, especially an undrafted rookie, the only time they make the news, Unc, is when they get in trouble.
Right.
Is there an arrest of some sort? Anything coming out of college where they've gotten in trouble? But that's pretty much it. Because of the last name is why it's breaking news. And it's like you say, Unc, it's a gift and a curse.
Yep. And I just, hey, you sit back and you reflect and you're like, okay, it didn't work out here. Maybe somebody gives me an opportunity. It works out somewhere else. You don't know. This is the first time that Shilo's been told he's not good enough. I mean, he's been a phenomenal player. Obviously, he got his first start with the University of South Carolina. He got a D1 scholarship. His father gets the job at Jackson State. He goes and joins his father and his brother at Jackson. And then when his dad gets the head coaching job at CU, he follows, The two sons follow their dad there. This is the very first time. And it's really hard because think about it, Ocho. He's 20. I think he's 24, 25.
Yeah.
And for the first time in 24, 25 years, somebody has told you you're not good enough. Now, it's one thing if, you get cut from your high school team, you get cut from your junior varsity team or something like that. He's 25. But think about it. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, for the first time in your life, you're in your mid-20s.
Yeah.
Before someone ever utters to you, you're not good enough. Forget it be a sport. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's something. But to be told you're not good enough because your whole life you've dreamed about being an NFL player, or your whole your dream job, whatever the case that may be. You dreamed about holding this dream job, and then all of a sudden they're like, you're not good enough. Per Yahoo Sports, we're told that Buccaneers enjoyed having Shilo in the building, viewing the son of Deion Sanders as a good kid who's at all times respectful to everyone. Shilo could, in theory, sign with the Bucs practice squad after clearing waivers. The bigger question is whether he's good enough to compete and play at an NFL level. That's always the case. That's what you weigh, Ocho, because if you bring somebody back on the practice squad, you're saying with a year under our belt, under his belt in our system,
developing,
we think he can develop into a player that could play for us.
Yes.
Get offense, defense, and maybe he's just a backup. Maybe, they pay backups just in case people didn't know. They do pay backups in the NFL. And, he can be a special teams player. Punt return, kickoff return. Maybe he could be, whatever the case may be. Now, that's what the Bucs organization, that's what they have to weigh. Todd Bowles and that staff. I forget the general manager. I just was reading something the other day about the general manager because he was talking about, what's the linebacker they let go? He was LSU. They ended up letting him go, and he goes to Philly. Now he's found a home. I think he's at the Texans, or maybe the Raiders, or whatever the case may be. But I just saw his name. That's what you have to. That's what you're up against. You got 16 spots, so that's a lot of people that you can bring in. All those 16 players, Ocho, basically we're saying that we believe with another year in our systems, offense or defense, we think down the line, he just needs a little bit more time to develop. Yeah. We think this kid might turn into a pretty good player for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's take another look at it. Let's get a bird's eye view. Let's stay with him for a year, and let's see what kind of player he turns into. So hopefully that's something. If he doesn't get claimed off waivers, hopefully he gets an opportunity. Either it's the Bucs or someone gives him an opportunity because maybe he just needs another year to develop into an NFL player. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it isn't. Everybody, that particular dream, everybody doesn't get to realize it, Ocho.
Yeah.
But you know what? My brother had a very interesting take on a dream. He said, you know what a dream is, Ocho? A dream that comes true? He said it's a gift to yourself. A dream is a gift to yourself. I had very similar dreams. I need to play in the NFL.
Got to.
There are no other options. I didn't have a plan B. I got my degree, but my plan A, B, C, all the way through Z was go play in the NFL. And my determining factor was to get my family out of the situation. Now, my brother gave us a head start, but that wasn't good enough for me. He did it. I never thought there was nothing that my brother ever did that I didn't think I could do. Not one thing. He went to college. Man, I know I can go to college, even though I wasn't the student that he was. Yeah. He applied himself. I never applied myself. I was, hey, I got this God-given ability. I'm extremely talented. That'll get me by. I think it's amazing when I see kids that come from lineage like a time, like a Clay Matthews Sr., like a Bruce Matthews son, Peyton Manning. When your father has something and you still have a burning desire to get it for yourself, that's very impressive to me. Coming from our situations, Ocho, it's easy to be motivated.
Oh, yeah.
Being hungry, being hot, being cold, it's easy. Being rained on, it's easy to develop motivation. But what happens when you have none of those extenuating circumstances?
Yeah. Yeah. You got to want it. You got to want it. You got to be self-motivated too. And you got to understand when you have fathers that played in the NFL that were very, very good, not just, your regularly average players, then also as a child, having to live up to that height, having to live
Yes.
up to the comparison of your father. You
Right.
not being as good as your father just yet, maybe, but sometimes the pressures of having to live up to in the shadow of a father that was extremely good at his craft it can be demoralizing at times if
Yes.
you're not focused and locked in. I mean, a great example of one of the players who was able to do it, T.O., Terrell Owens' son. I'm sure he's had to deal with all the outside noise, but having a father like T.O. that's going to make sure you're prepared for all the nonsense that comes with. Don't worry about trying to be me. Just be you. Just be best Tariq Owens that you can be. Hell, this past weekend, what did he do? Scored, tribute to Pops, put he threw the I'm talking about, dog, that has to be one of the greatest feelings in the world to have a son, to overcome that, or a daughter, whatever respective craft it is that they do or choose to be in, that has to be a dope feeling.
Of course. I think the thing is, Ocho, the biggest thing is are you living in your parents' shadow or are you embracing it?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I would never force my child to do anything they don't want to do, Unc.
No.
I would never force my child to do anything. Listen, I would love it. If you want to play football, so be it. But it's nothing I will ever force you to do.
You know why?
Ever force you to do.
You know why? Because playing football was your dream. You don't know if that's their dream. No. See, a lot of time when people force their kid to do something, they're living vicariously through the child. Now, I'm not saying in all situations, because I think everybody wants their child to be successful at his or her chosen path.
Right.
But a lot of times we see the behavior. And kids thinking about now, my son going to the NFL. My son going to be a Major League Baseball player. My son going to be a basketball player. Let a kid be a kid.
Right.
You're not supposed to look at your child as a paycheck. You're not supposed to look at your child as the way out.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Or you're not supposed to live vicariously through your child because you weren't able to achieve the dreams that you want.
Couldn't do it. So now you're going to put that, hopefully the child embraces and wants to be that, whatever he or she chooses, and then you nudge them along in that direction. Don't, this is what you want to do. And my son very early on, he said, Dad, this ain't me. This ain't what I want.
Right. I got a question for you, Unc.
Yes.
I got a question for you. Now that we're talking about that, it's a great topic to talk about. When you think about fathers like Joe Jackson, fathers like Tiger Woods' pops.
Yes.
Serena and Venus' dad, Beyonce's father.
Yes.
Fathers that actually understood early on, this is what you guys need to do to be able to reach success.
You talk about prodigies, though. You talk about what's.
But Unc, you got to understand, as fathers, you never know that these prodigies are going to be what they turned out to be. You think Beyonce's dad understood that she would be one of the greatest of all time? I mean, she's just singing in the choir. You young, Joe Jackson. You have talent. You have sons that are talented. You have to put them through the work to actually get to that pinnacle that you envision. So. Is that not almost like the same thing? They seeing something that they weren't able to accomplish, and they feel that their child or kids should be able to live out their dream.
But if you go back and think about it, go back and listen to the parent. The kid was excited to get up the next day to go do it again.
Okay.
They never had to force the child to go do it.
Right.
They never come on, Tiger, you got to get up. Tiger was 4 or 5 years old. He already had his bag. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
Beyonce, they never had to drag Beyonce into rehearsals or say, you need to practice. Right. She was raring to go. Mike, he's with the Jackson 5. You say, we got a group, nice little group. Hey, and I'm sure, but, and a lot of times, it's hard. Tiger had a very strained relationship with his father because of things that transpired in the household with his mom. Right. We know Mike had a very troubled relationship with his father. He ended up firing his dad as soon as he left the group. I think in '79, fired his dad. All of them ended up firing their dad as their manager. Right. So we understand but as a child, you don't understand that, Ocho. You don't understand that your parent, mom or dad is trying to push you in a direction because they see something in you that you don't see yourself. Yeah. But the child has to want it. Because if he or she begrudgingly do it,
yeah. Listen, when they get old enough, old enough to make their own decisions, all the work that you put in, it's gonna go to waste because the child is gonna turn. Now you know what? This ain't what
that ain't what I want. Because we've seen them. Man, I ain't even want to play no more football.
Right.
I ain't even want to play no more basketball. And here's the thing. I saw somebody and he said two things: motivation and discipline. When you're not motivated, are you disciplined enough to go do what you need to do?
Yeah.
Motivation. Oh yeah, Ocho. I'm motivated. Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain
when the motivation is not there, because you're not going to be motivated every single day, every single time. But will you be disciplined? Understanding and realizing what it takes to get to where you ultimately wants to go.
Two more examples.
What's that?
Ball and what he did with the ball.
Yes.
Ball, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's father as well. Hey, magic. Creating magic.
Yeah. But he said, hey, the boys, hey, they wanted to be at the gym.
Yes.
It is easy when someone is motivated and they're disciplined. That's the easiest person, because you look at the greats. Michael Jordan is extremely talented. But look at the motivation. Look at the discipline that he had. Look at LeBron. Look at a Kobe. You look at the greats of the greats.
Yes.
Not only are they extremely talented, they're extremely driven individuals. I'm talking about obsessed.
Yeah.
Serena was obsessed. That's when when 20, 30, 40 years from now, when we talk about some of the best female tennis player, that's why she's always going to be mentioned, because she was obsessed with it. Yes, she's ultimately talented. To be able to, for her to be able to move around the court like she could with that powerful forehand. Yeah. Federer, he's on clouds, like he's ballet. He's Baryshnikov with a racket. But we wish the best. We wish the best for all these guys. But some of these, sadly, is going to come to an end. Some of these guys are not going to get what do we call it, Ocho? Practice squad opportunities. Yeah. Some of these guys, it's over. It's the end of the road. Ocho, but we got a new angle from the play yesterday in which Shedeur threw a punch and ended up being ejected. Shilo, I keep saying Shedeur. Shilo, Bill Zach Davidson grabs the face mask of Shilo after the whistle. So are we going to show that? We can't. Oh, it's the NFL. Yeah. But what happened was, after the play, he ends up grabbing Shiloh's face mask. Yeah. And it looks like, hey, you know how it is, Ocho. Yeah. I'm trying to get his hands off, and so, hey, he won't let it go. So I take a swipe at him. I see you, buddy.
You can't, you can't.
And he in the wide open.
Yeah, and not even about being in the wide. It's joint practice. I understand a little scuffle. In game, preseason, no matter where you at in the field, you in the trenches. You in the middle of you can't. You just can't do it. You got to suck that one up. You got to suck that one up and pick a time to get him before the whistle blows. Pick a time to get him before the whistle blows. Within the scheme of what y'all got going on, you can't do it. There's really no discourse. There's no dialogue that needs to go on about it. You can't do that.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. Hey, when you're right, you ain't wrong. And and in this situation, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And I know our instinct is to get him back. But to get him back right now, Ocho, it ain't good enough to get him back at a later date and time. Yeah. I got to get you back right now because you got me. Yeah. So since you got me, I got to get you.
You got 4 quarters. I mean, hey, listen, it's football, man. You know how it is out there. You know how it is.
Oh, I know.
Wait. I had to deal with people trying to kill me for 4 quarters for a decade, years straight, every week.
Hey, and I done got people, man, such and such, man, such and such dirty. What happened? Man, I was, hey, Ocho, you know how it is, Ocho.
Hey, you used to cut people?
Did I?
Yeah, see, I ain't do that. I ain't do that. I don't like going below the knees. I'm just me, as small as I was, as frail as I was. I never wanted to cut people for the simple fact I don't want to be responsible for you losing your career.
Did you
not
think
being
did
the
you
same.
think about my career when you did that cheap-ish you did? Were
Okay,
you thinking about my family when you did that? Were you thinking about my grandma? Were you thinking about my brother and sister, my kids when you did what you did?
I got you.
Oh, now you want me to think. Now you want me to have a heart.
Right.
Mm-mm. I'm sorry, I don't. But I would have teammates like, man, it's such and such dirty. I said,
Yeah.
well, who? Man, such number such and such. I was like, what did he do? Man, that joke after the whistle. Oh, he got. I said, okay, let's get him. Let's get him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, them some good days, boy.
Oh man.
Oh, them some good days, boy.
Oh, you got to get guy. You're not finna get us. In fact, we're not gonna do anything about it. Ocho, 4 of the 5 offensive linemen that were blocking for Shedeur Sanders yesterday were waived by the Browns today. D'Artagnan Tinsley, Bucky Williams, Javion Cohen, Sebastian Gutierrez or Gutierrez. One of them. I went to high school with a young lady named Christy Gutierrez. So Gutierrez, some people say Gutierrez, and some people,
Yeah,
she went by Gutierrez because she was Nicaraguan.
Yes.
So Kevin Stefanski clapped back this morning saying he's not trying to sabotage Shedeur. Another piece of info came out overnight. If Stefanski wasn't trying to sabotage, why was undrafted rookie Greg Larvinian not in with Shedeur? What's it, Gagne? Gage. Damn, what the? Hey, why all these names? Gage has been with Shedeur throughout the camps, practice, and even first preseason game. He also trains with him outside of practice. Why yesterday was he not in with him? Look, Ocho, I don't really want. Look,
Hey, we beating a dead horse, huh?
yeah.
We
Tyler Huntley
dead-
was released. Tyler Huntley was released yesterday, Ocho,
Yeah.
which begs the question: what you and I say? Okay, you know you're going to waive Tyler Huntley. So what good did that 2-minute drive do for him? Was it going to help him? Don't you think Shedeur would have benefited more from a 2-minute drive than Tyler Huntley? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
If if one guy's going to be on your roster, it seems like they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks, Ocho. Doesn't it seem it would have been more beneficial for Shedeur to get the 2-minute drill because that's a situation that he might find himself in during the regular season if something were to happen to the quarterbacks in front of him,
Right.
as opposed to Snoop Huntley? Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But one thing we don't know, huh? Is
What
we
that?
don't know how that coaching staff is thinking. We don't know what's going through their mind. We don't know what Coach Stefanski's thinking. I'm not sure what they were trying to look at. Maybe get one last look at Huntley before whatever decision you want to make. But again, I don't know what else to say at this point. Honestly, I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, you want quarterback play and opportunity to be given to each and every person. They saw fit the way it is. They're keeping 4 quarterbacks, and that's where it is now. I mean, that's where it is now. I know one thing. I've watched a lot of football for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Watched a lot of quarterback play for a long time. I played with some good ones, you know. So I mean, they made the decision.
Yep.
But this is the way they wanted to go. So I wish the Cleveland Browns nothing but luck in their quarterback situation, because once the season starts for real, week 1, and them bullets flying all over the place for real,
Yeah,
be a different ball game. It's gonna be a different ball game.
it is. I look, I'm just a firm believer. If you go back and study Joe Flacco since he's been away from the Ravens, expectations. You see, when he came in for Deshaun, there was no expectations. But what happened when he went somewhere and there was expectations? How did he do?
Different ball game, huh?
Yeah.
The pressures of having to play that position are a lot different. Preseason is one thing, you know, that's all shits and giggles, no disrespect. It's all vanilla. I don't think people understand how difficult that position is to play when you're being schemed,
Right.
when they know what's coming, when they're trying to confuse you, when they're trying to throw you off your pivot. It's a different ball game. You got a lot of movement out there in front of you. You got to make calls. You got to make line adjustments. You got them second level backers being able to pin. Man, it's a different ball game. You know. Now the Browns haven't been able to get that quarterback situation right in a very, very long time. With that,
No.
why I think I mean, all of us, not just you and I, but the chat as well, and other people that are watching, everything unfold. I mean, it's been a very long time since the Browns have been in discussion like this in the mainstream media in a very, very long time. And maybe they got it right this time. Maybe they didn't. But if they didn't get it right, the search for quarterback number one will still go on after 35 tries of trying to.
For sure. For sure. And that's the thing, is that once you win, there's an expectation to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joe Flacco coming out off the bench, there ain't no expectations, because most times people have the backup. You're not expecting your backup to be able to carry you. That's why he a backup, or he'd be somewhere else starting.
Right.
He wins 2 or 3 games. Now the level of expectation we have is risen.
Yeah.
And then we see the precipitous drop. But,
I know one thing. We doing all this Browns talk and all that. The Browns are very, 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 very good. And this is coming from a Bengal fan. Like, I'm no fool.
Defensively.
The identity for this team is their defense.
Yeah.
Their Ward, Newsome, Myles Garrett, and the rest of them boys. That's their identity. That is who's going to win game for them. Now, what you need the quarterback to do, who will be Flacco, is we need you to play good football, ask what we do of you, and don't turn the ball over.
This is what Kurt Warner said, the guy that won a Super Bowl. He's a 2-time league MVP. He was a Super Bowl MVP. He said, I was really looking forward to the competition between Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders in the last preseason game. I know it plays out like this sometimes, but what a bummer. Didn't have the same ops, which is the opportunities to make plays. DG played well again, but had some good opportunities to make plays. SS didn't have those same ops, so it was hard to make too much of an assessment. What is all?
I mean, listen.
I mean, Ocho, if you're a receiver, Ocho, and I'm a receiver. Now, when I'm in the game, we call it pass plays. You in the game, they call it run plays. How they gonna fairly judge you when you don't get the same opportunity that I got? So how do you judge Shedeur when you didn't give him? Like, look, he missed some throws. He had some protection. Sometimes he's going to have to do a better job of getting rid of the football. That's always been my biggest gripe with him, is that he holds on to the ball too long, and he's trying to make every single play. And you cannot. There's not ever been a quarterback that can make every single play. Sometimes it's okay to throw the ball away. Sometimes it's okay. Instead of completing 70% of your passes and 70% with 6-7 sacks don't do me no good.
Right.
I'd rather you complete 60% of your passes, 58% of your passes, and have 3 sacks, as opposed to completing 70% and having 6 or 7 sacks. So he's going to have to do a better job of untraining himself. Throw that ball away, and it's okay. You don't have the foot speed to outrun people around the edges. There are not very many defensive ends, if any, that you can beat to the edge.
Yeah.
So step up in the pocket. They're not there. 1, 2, check it down or throw it away. Go ahead, Ocho. You wanted to say something?
No. You're right. You're right. I mean, one of the things that he does have is he has good awareness. He has good pocket presence based on what's around him. At times, most of the time, you feel the pocket collapsing around you. Instead of floating back, just step up in it. And it was hard for him to actually step up, because once those ends were coming around, the 2 guards, everyone was getting pushed in his face, so it was hard to be able to step up and find a lane.
And they blitzed. They blitzed. They brought pressure.
Yeah.
So the offensive line suddenly doesn't know how to hold up once Shedeur Sanders starts playing, but Dillon Gabriel has all day to dance in the pocket. Something isn't adding up. Guess what? I remember being a young offensive lineman fighting for a job. My O-line coach came up to me and said, "Hey, Swartz, you need to block worse when Smith is playing quarterback so he looks bad." Totally normal conspiracy that happens all the time. No, I don't look. Ain't nobody telling you to play bad. Why am I gonna play? I'm trying to make the team.
Yeah.
Me making it. First of all, Ocho, if I'm an offensive lineman, the quarterback playing good isn't tied to me, because if I get beat, no, we're not a package deal. I'm playing good for myself, because they're evaluating me. When they cut that film on, they ain't really looking at the quarterback drop. They're looking at me. How did I say it? Did I get beat inside? Was I supposed to? Was I not supposed to get beat inside? Did I molly like I'm supposed to? Did I combo block?
Right.
Did I pop like I was supposed to? That's what they're judging me on. So for me, how Ocho caught the ball, or did the tight end run the right route, or did the back do what he's supposed to do? I'm worried about my responsibility. That's what I'm concerned about.
Right.
Shannon's responsibility. And then because everybody's getting evaluated, we're not getting evaluated as a package deal. Man, the quarterback played good. Oh, so everybody, no. Everybody getting evaluated on their own individual play.
Yep.
So I know Jeff was trying to be funny. Look, I just think the guys that were in there, the offensive linemen, they weren't very good. And so now you got the perfect storm, Ocho. You got 4 or 5 offensive linemen that are very good, and you got a quarterback that holds on to the ball. Now you got the perfect storm. Now you got a Category 5 and you got an earthquake going on at the same time. A disaster is about to unfold.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we saw yesterday.
Yeah. Hey, man. You do what you can with the cards that you're dealt, Unc. That's the way life is. You do what you can with the cards you're dealt. Whatever hand you got to play it the best you can.
I agree.
Some hands are great. Some hands not so great. That's just life in general. But
the Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer, Ocho, says he will meet with Micah Parsons after Micah was seen laying on the medical table behind the Dallas Cowboys bench during Friday night's final preseason game against the Falcons. Without talking to Micah, I need to figure out what he was doing and why he was going. Anyway, I don't know what I actually wrote here. So until I talk to him, I'm not going to talk about it to the media. What exactly? Because, okay, this is what Micah said, Ocho. He tweeted, I actually appreciate this. The way the media shapes perception and narratives is wild. If he didn't have anything to say, everyone would just have run with it. I'd never disrespect the guys out there fighting for their lives. I'm just, in interesting clarity and fairness, Micah Parsons was not laying on the training table all night. In fact, it was only a relatively short portion of the evening. Well, you could have had him in uniform. You pay him in money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, 2 things can be true.
Yes.
But I know one thing, Jerry gonna drag this thing all the way out, boy. They play September 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the right
that's
date?
Thursday. Yep.
Thursday.
So a week from Thursday.
Hold on. That's next week Thursday, no?
Yes, a week from Thursday.
Woo. I'm excited. Look, listen, if Mike is not out there, I don't think they stand a chance defensively.
No.
They still got 20. If I'm not mistaken, they still got 26 over there in Philly, right?
Yes.
I mean, Philly, they still got AJ.
They still got that offensive line too. So I don't know what type of pressure you think you're gonna get without Micah.
I mean,
with Lane and Mailata. Now Dixon might be out.
Right.
So that's one thing.
I mean, that even with Dixon out, but come on now, Unc. Come on now. We talk about the reigning Super Bowl champs, huh?
I know. I understand what they're up against.
Man, come on. Now, if anything, it's going to be a game because the Dallas Cowboys offense and their new additions are going to be exciting. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see George.
If they can hold up,
huh?
If they can hold up against the Eagles front.
Listen, let me tell you something. They gonna hold up. It's week 1. You ain't gonna have no choice. Boy, number 4 finna get that ball dealt. Boy, you hear me? He finna throw that thing to 13. He finna throw that thing to 88. But them boys gonna get busy.
Okay.
And I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I'm a fan of certain individuals and players. You know, I want to see Dak do well. You know who I really care about? You want to know who I really care about doing well? I want to see George Pickens play. I want to see George Pickens lock in for 16, 17, 18 goddamn weeks. That's what I want to see. Shit. Yeah, we talk about it. Hey, chat. Who's your favorite team? Huh? Chat, can y'all hear me? Hello? Chat, who's your team? Who you looking forward to watching week 1? No? They can hear me? Shit. Goddamn Cowboys. Jerry don't want to pay Micah. I know I got something to look forward to. I look forward to George Pickens. Pickens.
But Micah needs to understand, Ocho.
Yeah, what happened? Talk to me.
it'll be the same situation if you're under contract, you're holding in. You're not holding out, you're holding in because you're there.
Yeah.
And you'd be standing on the sideline and you're laying down. Micah, what you think people gonna say?
Okay. Okay. Well,
you already, first of all the eyes are on you. First of all, you're on the Cowboys. That's first and foremost. Second of all, you're on the training table. Yeah, and I understand. Even if you just lay down for a quick second, they're gonna make it something. So I want you to understand this is going to be a story until you get signed, until you're in uniform. So even if they don't give you a contract, everything you do is being monitored. They're like, well, Michael don't care. Micah doesn't care.
Whoa. That is one thing we're not going to let fly. We're not going to blame Micah. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general, just that narrative about Micah not caring because he's laying down. Well, hell, the goddamn owner don't care. The owner don't care.
The owner doesn't play.
Huh?
So let me ask you a question. Let's just say that was TJ Watt, and he was holding out, and he's laying down on the training table behind the bench. You don't think they would say anything about that? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that's Jamar Chase, and the Bengals offense are up, and he's laying down behind the training table. You don't think they're gonna say anything about that?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. Micah needs to understand he's a superstar player, and you laying down. Look,
okay, I got you.
It's just what's the word we like to use?
The optics. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Shit, I'd be laying down too if my owner talked about me the way he talked about him.
So I'm like, either the question is he gonna miss $1.2 million a paycheck? That's the question. Is he willing to risk $1.2 million a paycheck? Now he needs to get
He's there.
If he doesn't play,
well,
you think they're gonna pay him if he don't play?
My back hurt. I'm here.
Well,
I'm here. You said I'm under contract, right? Okay, I'm under contract. You know what? I have an injury. But I'm here.
Okay.
Didn't you say you don't want to pay me because there's a chance? Yeah, I missed some games last year. Well, how about what? I'm still here.
Well, the question is, does he want to go take it to a grievance? Because the Cowboys gonna say we done got MRIs and we got everything, and the doctor says everything checks out. So now you're gonna tie it up.
It's a dirty game, huh?
It is.
Hey, it's a dirty game. The fact that it's even gotten to this point with one of the best players not just one of the better players, but one of the top three of this position. The fact that it's even gotten to this point. If it was any other team, Michael would have had his money. I think he would have been in training camp. He would have played in a preseason game or two. But Jerry has other ways of doing things when it comes to business. He knows how to conduct it to make sure that the noise and the chirping continue to stay around that franchise in general. But let you know, I'm gonna pay you when they get ready. You're not deboing, you're not bullying nothing. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Like Jerry said it when he sat down with Stephen A. Smith. I've been in business for a long time.
Jerry, prove a point now.
Listen, I've heard hooping and hollering from players that were disgruntled about contracting their money for a long time. That ain't finna move me. I'm not moving for that. I'll pay you when I get ready.
You're not gonna bully Jerry. I've been watching the Netflix special.
Yeah. Oh, how was it? It was good.
It offers a lot of insight. It's what people look. Jerry wanted more credit. Jimmy was getting too much of it. Jerry wanted some of it, and Jimmy's like, nah. And it came to a head. That the man fired a coach that had won 2 championships because he wanted credit, and he wasn't getting enough of it.
What he wanted Jimmy to say?
Well, the way Jimmy explained it is like, and Jerry said, Jerry out of his own mouth, you run the football, I'm going to run the business side of it.
Right.
But the business side is not nearly as enticing as the football side. Because don't nobody care about the marketing, who's selling all the stuff and all the stuff that's up there. They care about that football team. Yes, and Jimmy put it together. And it started, Jerry wanted credit for the Herschel Walker trade. People said it was Jimmy. Jimmy said, I can show you in my contract where I was in the draft and I was inside the trades. Jerry says, no, that didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. It was just, But if you watching it, you can see it building. Even not knowing the backs. Now, obviously, we know this is 30 years ago, Ocho.
Right.
Knowing what we know now. But even if you didn't know anything, if you just watch it, you're like, oh yeah, this thing finna come to a head. It's gonna come to a head, absolutely.
Right.
And the final, when Jerry walked through, they had just won the Super Bowl, and the coaches were drinking, and Jerry walked through and held his glass up, and all the other coaches held that glass up. Jimmy did this.
Wait, they showed that?
No, they told a story.
Oh man.
Then Jerry seething. Because see, Jerry wanted to be a part of it. And see, that's the thing. See, that's why we tell people everybody rings are not the same. And everybody in an organization might get the ring, but unless you one of them guys,
right?
The 53, them coaches, it's different.
Right.
And so Jerry wanted to be a part of that. But Jimmy's like, bro, you not putting in 100 hours a week.
Right.
You get to go home every night and sleep next to your wife. A lot of these guys don't. You watched your kids grow up. A lot of these got kids, they gonna miss, they gonna blink, and the kid done graduated, and you wasn't there for a lot of these special occasions. So Jerry wanted to be a part of it. Jimmy resented the fact that just because you own the team, you want to be a part of it. Right. You can be a part of this. But you could see it. You could see it coming. You could see it coming. You could see it coming. Both of them are very, very prideful men. There's no question. Jerry, he's the ultimate businessman. He could sit. There ain't a whole lot he can't sell.
Right.
Not a whole lot he can't sell. And he can sway a lot of people to get on his side. But the way Jimmy had that team clicking on all cylinders, they might have won 3-4
in a row, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
But yeah, Micah, I don't think Micah truly understands who he is, what the Cowboys are, and everything. Everything is bigger in Texas.
Hey, Micah just want to play football, huh? Micah ain't worried about that. Micah ain't worried about that motherfucker starting that helmet. Micah came in there. Okay, I got drafted. I'm here. I'm playing for the Cowboys. I understand. I understand what it comes with to an extent, but I don't care nothing about that. As you can see, I want to play football. I've done something that not very many people have come into this league and done after college. I would like to be compensated for what I'm not what I've already done, but what I'm going to continue to do in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
You have an owner who came out and said some of the most outlandish things to say about a player that is actively under contract. I mean, I'm still baffled.
For 3 more years.
I'm appalled.
Jerry said, "You want to dance with me, or do you want to swim in shark-infested waters for the next 3 years? You got to dance with me."
Hey, at one point, if I'm not mistaken, being a Cowboy player in general was coveted. Being a coach of the Dallas Cowboys was coveted.
When they won.
Not no more.
That's when they were treated like rock stars. That's when they was like Hollywood. They was all on the covers. Emmett and Troy and Michael and Time and all those. They were winning. They're still a big brand. But all those guys are not getting on no cover of no magazine like it used to be. And this was before the internet.
Right.
But they're gonna have to make a decision. Well, look, they got a week from Thursday they play. Let's see what Jerry can. Jerry says we've got a deal. Jerry says we got a deal. Jerry
his
says
deal. No, they got his deal.
That's what Jerry said.
They don't have the deal that Micah Parsons and David Mulugeta have agreed to.
Jerry said that don't matter. Jerry say, hey, there's 3 people involved here, and you know who the lead. There's me, there's Micah, there's me, and the least important is the agent.
Woo. Hey, well, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful as a player. Got to be careful as a player thinking that
Yep.
ownership is your friend, because this is what they do to you. They show you your true colors now.
Right.
Yeah, they pull this off right now while you're valuable. You are of value to me, which is why I'm treating you like this. Now, while you think you're of value, I don't really want to pay you your worth, but I'm a tricky and try to shake your hand so I can undermine the agent who knows the tricks and who knows the tricks I'm trying to pull off. Ain't no fool, nah. Ain't no fool.
Language.
That,
So
but
I just need Micah just needs to understand. Hey, bro, you don't want to stand, and I know standing on that sideline. Now you see why all them coaches walk messed up. That's standing 3 hours, man. That thing have your back tight. Hey, just go grab your seat on the bench and just sit there and watch it on the jumbotron. They probably have something to say about that, but hey, I'm out here supporting my teammates.
I got a question.
Yes.
Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, week 1, Thursday night. Who you got winning?
I think it's going to be the most watched Thursday night football game in NFL history. I'm going to take the Eagles.
Okay. You sure? You sure about that?
Yep. I want the Eagles. I want the Eagles to win 45-7.
God damn.
Because I want Micah to get his money. You remember back in '93 when they started the season 0-2?
0-2?
That's the only way Emmett got his money.
Okay.
I want Micah to get his money. I want Jalen Hurts to throw for 300. I want Saquon to run for $150. I want those 2 wide receivers to go over 100.
Damn.
And I want the time of possession to be something like 60 minutes in a game, something like 38, 39 minutes to 20, 21. Dude, because I want Micah to get his money.
Oh,
he's been a model citizen. He's done everything. He's done everything the right way.
Right.
Now you want to hold up the man money.
Oh man, that's I couldn't.
We have a deal. He keeps saying in my mind we have a deal. A deal, a contract is a meeting between the minds. Micah doesn't believe you guys have a deal. That's why they have paper. So let me ask you a question. Could they do this? So in Jerry's mind, this ain't worth nothing. It ain't NFL binding. That's why they have contracts. That's why they had to go to writing it down on paper, because a contract in its general form was a meeting of the minds. 2 people had agreed, and your word was your bond. And then what happened? All of a sudden, that ain't what I said. That ain't what I meant. And so, you know what? Write it down. So in Jerry's mind, in Micah's mind, they don't have a contract.
Right.
So it has to be a meeting of the minds before the contract to be binding. So.
Oh, Jerry tried to pull a fast one, boy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
He's a smooth talker.
Oh yeah.
Ocho, it took 22 years, but Jerry Jones had finally admitted he let his ego play a role in the end of the Dallas Cowboys glory days. Jones and former coach Jimmy Johnson ended their relationship after consecutive Super Bowl wins in 1992. 93, neither man had accepted responsibility for the demise of the relationship. But Jerry said, I lost my tolerance for a lot of things. I probably should have had a little bit more tolerance for Jimmy Johnson. Seriously. Those are some big words coming from a man that once said 500 coaches could have won those Super Bowls with this team. Since Barry Switzer, Jerry has hired 5 coaches who have delivered just 2 playoff wins. See, the difference is, you see what he said?
Yeah.
500 coaches could have won the Super Bowl with that team.
Right.
How many of those 500 coaches could have built that team? Because that's what Jerry did. See, you can have a lot of people that can live in a house, Ocho, but how many people can build the house that he or she lives in? See, that's what Jerry forgot. See, that's what Jerry forgot. 500 coaches could coach this team. Yes. But how many of them can build the team?
Right.
I'm sure there are a lot of coaches could have coached the Eagles. How many of them could do what Howie Roseman did and build it? See, you find very few coaches that can coach and build.
Right.
Jimmy built that from scratch. He built it from scratch. Now, Jerry started one, but the thing was, he wouldn't let Jimmy go on no meetings, no advertisers, no marketing meetings. He wouldn't let Jimmy do that.
Right.
Because that's not what Jimmy was, that's not what he had. But see, it started rolling good, all that credit. Everybody talking about Jimmy. Jimmy's built one of the best teams. Jimmy. He didn't hear enough Jerry. He looks back, he look at it. They could have easily had a 10, 15-year run, just like the Patriots had a 20. They could have got at least half that. Because you got to realize Emmett, Troy, and Mike was in their prime. I think Mike was the oldest at 28.
Damn. Would they ever get back to that type of prominence again and domination?
No. League is too balanced now.
Right.
And they don't get consistent enough play at the quarterback position. And nobody's going to trade you a Charles. You're not going to be able to get a time, and nobody's going to trade you a Charles Haley level defensive player in his prime.
Well, here you got one not too far off now. Based on what we have to work with in today's NFL, you got one you don't want to pay right now.
Yeah, but think about it.
A difference maker.
Troy, Hall of Famer. Emmett, Hall of Famer. Michael, Hall of Famer. Larry Allen, Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Charles Haley, Hall of Famer. Deion Sanders, Hall of Famer. That's 6. Darren Woodson is on the cusp. So that's 6 guys. Mm-hmm. So how many Hall of Famers you think they got on that team right now? And their offensive line was dominant.
And boy, were big, boy.
Big Easy, Step, Gogan, Tuanay, Newton. Larry came later, but they were dominant.
Remember, I went to the Pro Bowl with Larry one year, man. That joker was strong. Remember they had them competitions?
Competition, yeah.
The racing and man, Larry Allen must have benched 225, man, 20 million times. I'm like, man, what the hell?
But I saw this episode, and Jerry is telling the story after he fired Jimmy. He comes home and he gets in the bed and he lays next to his wife, Jean. And she said, you just couldn't help yourself. Say you just can't let good be good. You just couldn't, could you? And as he's saying it, he almost starts to wail up. Because a lot of times, Ocho, when things are good, you think they're going to be like that forever. And he realizes now just how hard it is. Because see, when things come, I mean, think about it. He bought the team in 89, and then by 93, he has back-to-back Super Bowls. 89, 90, 91, 92. So his 4th year of buying the team, he's in the Super Bowl. The 5th year, they got 2 Super Bowls in 5 years. What you think happening? They think that's going to be easy. Look at the team we got. Our quarterback is in his mid-20s, running back like 25, Michael Irvin like 28. Huh. Ego. You see what happens? Now, he said he had something on his desk that if you don't care who gets the credit, you can conquer the world. He said he had that on his desk for 20 years. But see, the way he had it placed on his desk, it was facing out. He never read it. Everybody else that would come in there would read that.
Right.
But he should have had one that was facing him also.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
They were special. We played them. I mean, we played them in 92, the first year they won. We took them right down to the wire. They ended up scoring. They beat us. But I think they scored late in the ball game. I think they scored like 2 minutes to go to beat us. And then we played them again in 95, the year they won. They were good. They were really, 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 really good. And they were young, and they were athletic, and they were physical. They were a physical team. Jimmy, you hear Jimmy early on and say, "Hey, let the mind control the body. Don't let the body control the mind."
I like that.
Hey, Jimmy said, I'm pushing them farther than you can think you can go. Jimmy say, "Hey, dude had asthma." He said, "Hey, have asthma on that field. Don't you have asthma on this damn field. Have asthma over there." I said, "Damn, Jimmy." The man can't help where he having an asthma attack. Man, hey, man, Jimmy didn't play. Jimmy did not play. But I think Jerry looking at that and seeing it, and the realization, like, damn, we really had a chance to be the Patriots before the Patriots.
Yeah.
You don't think that Mr. Kraft got tired of hearing Coach Belichick, Tom Brady? Man, let me keep on collecting these rings. I'm the ring collector.
And all he cared about.
That's it.
Two different type of personalities too. Two different approaches to the game and how I'm going to conduct myself in not only owning the team, but allowing those below me to do their job.
Yeah, I think the thing is, but Mr. Kraft understood. I think he learned from Jerry's mistakes. I ain't finna mess this up.
Right.
I'm not finna mess this up. Oh, our special guest has joined us.
When?
Four-time Grammy Award-winning artist, author, actor, activist. His 10th studio album, Reconstruction, just released. The album features T.I., Killer Mike, John Bellin, and Friday, here he is, LECRAE. How you doing, bro?
What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. So help me understand this. You blended faith with hip hop. I mean, growing up, I'm sure you with this, you probably came up in the church, but you also listened to rap. So how did you come up with the combination? Like, you know what? I'm gonna blend the two.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't grow up in church.
You did?
What?
Nah, I didn't grow up in church.
Okay, this is. I like this.
How did we get this?
Yeah, I grew up, just loving rap. I grew up loving rap. I really wasn't. I would look at church kids. I thought that was lame. I thought it was corny. I didn't grow up in church. I was a free thinker. My mama was she was fed by the Black Panthers. She just was like, hey, don't get caught up in all that religion. And,
okay,
they got too many rules. You can't wear pants. You can't wear lipstick. So for me, I just didn't. We didn't go to church for real. So I got to explore on my own and just kind of like see what was real. I tried out all kind of stuff, and I love hip hop. I love rap music. That was my thing. And so when I did meet the Lord, I had a spiritual transformation. Like as a grown man, it was already there. It was like, all right, how do I combine what I already know in this new revelation? You dig what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it was for me. Yeah.
Hey, for you.
So I relate to people who, are on the fringes. The church is the greenhouse. I like the jungle.
I like that. Hey, listen, with you being a fan of hip hop, what do you think about where the current state of hip hop is right now? Truthfully.
Yeah, I mean, so hip hop, if I consider myself a part of hip hop, if I'm healthy, it's healthy. But this is what I say. You got a lot of youngins out there who don't know about what it used to be, so they're not learning from the past in order to make the present better. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of it is disposable music, a lot of it is just hot takes and just a lot of stuff. So I like when you can mix the two. I like when you can take the old and mix it with the new, and then you got something good. So there's some stuff that's out there that I dig, that I like, and then there's some stuff that I'm like, man, y'all ain't gonna be here in 2 years. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna be gone.
So when you growing up and you talk about you listen to rap, so who were some of the influences?
Yeah, I listen to everything. So I like you got to understand. I grew up single parent household. no role model. Daddy ran with the Compton Crips, uncles gang members. I don't have no healthy male influences. So to me, rappers were like my mom and dad. So I grew up listening to everything. I mean, you name it, I listened to it. Old school, new school. I would go back to before I was born. I would listen to Houdini, Eazy-E. Then I go to Tupac, and then I go to Lil Wayne, then I go to DMX and Jay-Z. Like everything. I listen to it all.
So do you feel like that Christian hip hop has it broken into mainstream, or is there still more work for you to do and others to do?
I think it's breaking now because people are tired of the same old music wise. And so I come kicking the door in, you know what I mean? So when I first got started, everybody looked at me like I was crazy. They looked at me like an alien. I would come to interviews and they would touch me and they'd be like, so where your choir robe at? You know what I mean? They'd be like, hey, where your choir robe at? And what is this? And what do you rap about? Jesus is God. And, and I was like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Get out of here. So once I had to, I did the BET Cypher. And when I did that, they didn't even know what category to put me in. So they put me with the international people. So then when I get on there and I start cutting up, then they like, man, dude is raw. Like, then hip hop start paying attention. And they, so now I'm, the rappers are like, man, I like Buddy, the Game and Royce the 5'9", and Beyonce even was like, man, she saw my video. Like, man, so then people was like, okay, he nice. And now I think because I had to take all them lashes, this younger group of dudes behind me, it's easy for them. They just got to be dope. And they got to know how to, don't nobody wants you to come in condemning people. You know what I'm saying? Like we may not condone, but we do not condemn.
We listen, but we don't judge.
You did what I'm saying? Like, listen, that's you and God got to have some conversations. I came to tell you my journey, my story, tell you what the Lord had told me. If it hits you, it hits you. If it don't, it don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I move.
Was it difficult for you, especially when you think about hip hop now and the sound? Hip hop is completely different as opposed to how it was 10 years ago. When it comes to you and making your music and your sound, were you ever, what's the word I'm looking for? Were you ever, was there any discomfort in wanting to stay true to your normal sound and what you do? Being today's era of music sounds completely different than what it used to be?
Yeah, I think I'm a bridge, like I'm in the middle. Like I'm little bro to the old school, but I'm big bro to the new school. I'm in the middle of two generations, like J. Cole would say. I'm in that Kendrick, Drake, Cole, like space. And so for me, it's like I learn from them, but I learn from them and I live with them too. So I just feel like I'm comfortable in both worlds. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable in what I'm like. Yeah, I'm like Travis Hunter on the field. You dig what I'm saying? I'm offense, defense.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I fit in both spaces. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I think I'm very interested in this. What do you think the biggest misconception is that people still have about you, the man, versus you, the Christian rapper?
Come on. I know you grew up in church, Shannon, so I already know.
Well, I was a junior deacon. I sang in the junior choir.
Oh Lord God, that makes so much sense. That's why you were messing up. You was a junior deacon. That makes perfect
he
sense.
Definitely a mess. He definitely a mess.
The ones who grow up in it be like, yeah, man, I'm out here. You feel what I'm saying? No, for me, you got to think like for a lot of folks who grew up in church, I don't have the same baggage. I don't have the same trauma. I don't have like seeing like the people doing one thing on Sunday, another thing on Monday.
Yeah.
Like I didn't grow up seeing all of that stuff. So I don't have the trauma. I don't have the baggage that a lot of people have growing up. Now I got different stuff from being a rapper and the church having some issues with me. I got different stuff from being a black man and like standing up for the rights of black people in church having some issues with that. But I don't have a lot of that church trauma. My mama got a lot of that, but I just don't have it. So for me, the misconceptions, people come in expecting me to know the hymns, and I don't know the hymns. I didn't grow up listening to gospel music. I only like Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond. I only got a couple that I really grew up that I know. So the misconceptions don't, like, I'm like, bro, I'm not what you think I am. I'm probably more like you than you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you didn't grow up with James Cleveland and Shirley Caesar and the Mississippi Mass Choir, Alabama, the Archie and the Alabama, the Five Blind Boys.
Hey, Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Spirituals.
Bruh, when I tell you, bro, I'll be with my wife. My wife grew up in church, and she be like, that's James Cleveland. And I'm like, I don't know who you talking about. They asked me to do this tour, the McDonald's gospel tour. I'm on the tour, and I'm like, they like, man, you up there with the legends. I'm like, I don't know none of these people. I never heard of none of their music. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I know Mary.
Right.
You know, so every night I'm getting on stage, and all the church moms just got their arms folded up looking at me like, what you doing here? And then I just get to tell them, I say, hey, you may not like what I do, but you got a son in jail. You got a grandson who, you know what I'm saying, who needs something different to listen to. I speak their language. You dig what I'm saying? It's like when David tried to put that armor on that didn't fit, he's like, this don't fit me. You know, give me a sling and some stones. I'm gonna get the job. And that's me. I'm like, just give me the sling and the stones. That the choir robe don't fit me.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you grew up at? Where you from originally?
So originally I'm Houston, Texas, and then over the years I moved to the West Coast, and now I'm in Atlanta. So you know I got that little hybrid of South and West.
Okay.
Well, you pretty much stayed. You pretty much stayed in the Bible Belt, because you know the South, that's the Bible Belt. So
yeah, no, for sure. When I left to the West Coast, that's when I was a little free.
Right.
But you know, I get it. I got a lot of homeboys who grew up in church, and I'll be like, in my mind, I'm like, you know, what is you doing? Is you in or you out? Like when I'm smoking, I'm smoking. I'm not smoking and going to Sunday school. Like it's weird to my brain. I just didn't understand it. Like it was a weird concept for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like, man, we finna go on this church trip. I'm finna get with Sarita. I'm like, why are you going on a church trip to get with a girl? Why don't you just go to the club? I don't understand. What is this?
I like it.
It's a foreign concept to me.
Hey,
go ahead, Ocho.
No, I was gonna say I really enjoyed it. I was able to listen to the album earlier today. I enjoyed the new album, Reconstruction. You know, Life, Do for the Part, H2, Holidays. How long normally does it take you to have a vision in which you create when it comes to making an album? And how long does it actually take?
Yeah, if I'm not inspired, the music it's not gonna hit a nerve. You know what I mean? It's just I'm dialing it in. So it's got to be inspiration, and inspiration. See, I think y'all could probably relate to this. Like, it's the reason why people like y'all. So the reason why people connect with y'all is because they feel like y'all connected to the culture. Y'all don't feel so high and mighty, even though I know Shannon be on his private jet eating sandwiches and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I own Delta.
You know. You feel what I'm saying? I know you be on your private jet, but I'm more like Ocho. They mad at me because I don't spend enough money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my vibe. My boy was mad at me today. He said, "Come on, man, just you know, spend another $56 and upgrade the vehicle when you go to the rental car place." I say, "I'm just going from A to B. It don't make a difference to me." You dig what I'm saying? But you know, I done forgot what you asked me again.
Oh, the inspiration, yes.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, when I'm connected to the people, I feel like I can talk about issues that are relevant. You know, if my pastor said something that was dope. He said, you know, I was going through the motions and just, you know, he said, "Hey man, you smell like cologne in green rooms." He said, "You need to get some sheep stuff on your feet, man. You need to smell like it's like the sheep." And what he was saying was, you need to be connected to the people who need help and who you know what I'm saying, you in the green rooms and you on the private jets and you ain't really connected to the people. So for me, it's like, man, I gotta ride the public transportation on one day. You know, I need to go to McDonald's and just pull up, and I'm gonna dap everybody up, and you know what I'm saying, and then I get in the studio and I'm writing for that kid who, you know, is 28 and he's still working at McDonald's and he's trying to figure out what his life gonna look like. And you dig what I'm saying? So then I get in the studio, then it get real for me. Then I start coming up with some good concepts, and that's how you get that album. So it took me a little over a year and a half because I had to live some life, man.
I like that.
You do realize in any aspect, when you become outspoken, it potentially costs you opportunities. You've spoken openly about your faith. Do you feel that's cost you
Yeah.
some opportunities?
It did early on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think people are more open to spirituality nowadays. Like even Gen Z, like they open to it. It's not like taboo like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So early on, it was like I couldn't get a sponsorship or, like, oh man, I got the #1 album in the country. I beat Maroon 5. You know what I'm saying? And I can't get a Verizon deal. Like, come on, Verizon, like holla at me. You know what I mean? But it's like, well, we don't want to offend nobody. And
You
I'm
got to be
like,
right
bro,
down the middle.
I'm like, bro, you got rappers who are literally junkies rapping about being junkies, and you giving them deals. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here giving people hope and talking about relevant matters. And me, T.I., Killer Mike, we got a song grieving the loved ones that we lost. I'm like, come on, man, what are we doing here? So yes, I caught flack for that early on. And then I just hate because people was like gospel rap, Christian rap. I remember, I'll never forget, bro. I went shout out to Bobby Jackson when he was coach of the Sacramento Kings. He loved the Lord. He said, hey man, why don't you come to a practice? I said, for sure, man, I'll be honored. So I'm in the practice, players shooting around. He pulled all the players together. He like, hey y'all, I had my box. This is back when I had mixtapes, when we listened to CDs, so I had my box of mixtapes. And Bobby Jackson said, hey y'all gather around. Y'all, we got us a gospel rapper here today. And I was like, oh no, Bobby, you shouldn't have said that. You should have just said a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You should have, not that I don't love the Lord, but I just knew what their brain was gonna think when they heard that. So as soon as he said that, you could just see everybody be like, man. And so then I got my little mixtape. I'm like trying to pass out my mixtape. It's free. And then I heard, and one of the players, man, I ain't gonna say his name, but Boogie took my CD and said, I don't want no gospel rap. You dig what I'm saying? And I was like, wow. So it was wild, man. That's the type of stuff I used to have to deal with. Now it's cool, but back in the day, man, it was rough.
Who do you think judge you harder, pastors or rappers?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
What? Who killed Jesus? The religious people.
What? Because they say you play. Man. They say you playing with the Lord.
Man, the religious people will, they will crucify you, boy.
Listen, and behind
you can make a case more people done die behind religion than any other.
The funny thing about it, the most religious that condemn everything else outside of what their beliefs may be, they do worse things behind closed doors.
And so that's why I tell people, I got a song on the album called Erase Me. I don't push religion, I push relationship. You dig what I'm saying? Because let's look at it like my wife, for instance. If I'm religion is rules and duty. If I come home at night and I knock on the bedroom door, I say, hey baby, it's my duty to get you these flowers, so here you go. I'm sleeping on the couch. You know what I'm saying? But if I come home and if it's about relationship, then I say, you know what, girl, I was thinking about you all day. I love the relationship that we got. And I was just thinking about how awesome you are, how much I appreciate you. And I got you these flowers just to show you my love for you. That's relationship. Okay. And it's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you put down. I see what you put. I see what you put down. I see what you put down. Hey, I did. I saw it.
Yeah, and so did she. Okay, and so here's the thing. All I'm saying is, if you treating God like it's religion, like duty, that ain't you. All you doing is following orders, and as soon as you feel like he ain't looking, you gonna wild out. But if you got a good relationship with him, then you're gonna do stuff because you like, man, I love you, man. I just want to do what you want me to do. It ain't me following rules. So that's what I'm saying. I don't rock with the legalistic rule following religious folk. I'm with people who got such a good relationship with God. They don't want to do nothing stupid because it's like, man, I got a good relationship. That's what I'm.
How old were you when the Lord spoke to you, or you got that say, you know what, this is my calling? I went to high school with a guy, we call him Preacher. His name was Kerry McGill, and he's a pastor. And everybody knew, because as long as I can remember, he carried a Bible. I mean, he had to be, he probably was like 11, 12 years old, and he carried that Bible. And we called him Preacher. I don't think anybody called him his real name except the school teachers. Everybody called him Preacher. And sure enough, to this day, he's a pastor. How old were you when you received the word, when you received the call and said, you know what, this is what I want you to do?
This the page I'm about to be on. I think I was 19, 20. I started getting real sick because 19, 20, I was like, all right, I met God. This is real. I want to change. But you know how it is with anybody. When they have an awakening, they be real passionate. It's like when your friend first become a vegan, he like, don't eat no meat. Meat, I don't eat no meat. You don't need to eat meat. Meat is bad. I got a vegan spot over here. You just on fire, like it's an awakening. So I had my awakening, but then, real life hits you. And you realize like, okay, wait a minute. This excitement is great, but I still got to live real life. And then you start having problems, and then the temptations come along, and then when you mess up, which I did, because the ladies was a struggle for me. You dig what I'm saying? I'm 20 years old, so you dig what I'm saying. So for me, I was like, well, I done messed up so bad, I can't
go back
out here. You feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to be no hypocrite. But the reality was, a lot of times that shame keeps us from growing. It's like a baby taking steps. Like when a baby falls, you don't say, you stupid baby, why you falling? You say, it's all right, get up and keep walking. So that's what I needed, to get up and keep walking. And so about 23, I was real serious, but I wasn't like your man, what's his name?
Preacher.
That you was just talking about, the preacher man.
Franklin?
No, your man that you went to school with.
Carrie McNeil, a preacher.
Yeah, I wasn't like him. You did what I'm saying? I was just because I had models of dudes who they still kept their sauce, but they love God. You see what I'm saying? If I'm being honest with you, I don't know your brother that well, but I feel like I was probably like your brother, because when your brother got up to do his Hall of Fame speech, man, that to me is the way you walk your faith out. It didn't feel like he was like, now everybody open up to the book of 32 Psalm. You know what I'm saying? He just was like being real. It was a real moment. He shared his love for his brother. He talked about what God did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, you got to love that. You got to respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that if you just met him. You wouldn't know that. And I don't remember when he actually became, but he was always, we were, like Ocho said, we were actually junior deacons. We had to lead devotional service. We had to lead prayer. So it wasn't just, and we couldn't get up there and say no Happy Easter Day. We had to say this long speech that took at least a minute and a half, or we had to pray, or we had to do something. So our grandfather, kept us very, very involved in the church. And but like you said, I kind of went away from that, because it's like when you make somebody do something all the time. So we had to go to Bible study. We had to go to choir practice. We got to go to this, and we at church, every single Sunday, and we at Bible study, and we at devotional, and we at all this stuff. I'm like, man, as soon as I ain't got to go, I ain't going. He kept, like, when I went to college, I was like, well, I ain't got no church, even though there's a church right across the street from the school. He like went to college and found a church and went.
Oh, wow.
And went.
Wow.
And went. And I remember one year he got me a gift. Had in a nice little box and everything. I was like, oh, man, bro, to hook it up. We both in the league.
Yeah.
He left it at my house at the house in Glenville, at my grandmother's house. And Libby say, my sister Libby, call her Buck. She say, Spanky left your birthday gift on in the room. I was like, okay. It was a Bible.
You thought it was gonna be. You thought he was gonna put you with some ice. Give you some. Man, I see. Hold up.
To this day, as a matter of fact, I still. And then when I thought about it, I was like, man. Bible, Denver Broncos, Shannon Sharpe, number 85, got all the stuff on it. I mean, it's like it's one of my most prized possessions, because I know he gave it to me, the sincerity in which he gave it to me. That's what meant the most. He could have bought me anything, could have bought me a car, could have bought me a chain, but it was this like this. And that Bible means a lot to me. And he still calls me, hey, To the day he'll call out of the blue, and I don't know how he knows. God has given him a special ability, because when I really need it, because he can get through to me when a lot of other people can't, and he just like, hey, get in your Bible.
Yeah,
bro. He gave you what was precious to him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He gave you what's precious to him. And now I have to just take a pause for a second, because you said something and it hit me. You said Buck and Spanky, right? Yeah, it hit me. Y'all country than a mud, boy.
We definitely grew up. I grew up in rural South Georgia. We had 3,500 people. We had about 300 people, 350 people in my high school. I had, I think, 58, 59 people in my graduating class. So yeah, we
Well, you got somebody black walking around, you still calling them Buck in the 1900s?
Bro, I mean, you get a nickname. If you're in the South and you got a nickname, that's your name. That's your name for life.
for life.
Even in your obituary, they're gonna put your real name, but they're gonna put your nickname in parentheses.
What was your nickname?
I didn't really. They called me.
Yeah, you did.
Nah. Most of the time, they called me Chateau.
Why?
Because I like the finer things when I was growing up. I would spend all my money on
Okay,
the
the
Izod shirt.
Chateau.
Yeah. I would spend all my money on the Izod shirt. I might have $30. My brother would go get like 3 shirts. I'm gonna get 1 shirt.
Yeah.
So they started calling me Chateau. But you know what? It's funny that it's funny that you say that and your experience, because everybody how they receive God, when they receive God, everybody goes through something. And for you not to have gone through anything traumatic, you said, hey, you just felt it was that time. He had spoke to you earlier. You kind of like started trying, like, you all gung ho, like, nah, I'm gonna put that aside because I'm wilding out. So he ain't pleased with me right now. But guess what? You came right back.
Yeah, came back. Had to. I had my season. You know what I mean? Now my childhood was crazy. You know, my mama was great, but I just did a bunch of stupid stuff, growing up. And so I had a lot of trauma I hadn't processed anyway.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like trying to work through that. And it was like, some stuff is like, yes, you need God, you need the Bible, you need prayer, but you also need therapy, my dog. You know what I'm saying? You need some extra help to process some of the stuff that I was going through. And the music was a therapy for me for a season. Just like I had to get this stuff off my chest. And just, let people, it helped heal. It was healing for me. So that's why, but that was my outlet. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, I never had, now the crazy part, I'm 6'4", you know what I mean? My dad is 6'5", my brother's 6'7", and we didn't grow up with my pops. If we would have grew up with my pops, I feel like if I would have had, he was like a playground all-star.
Right.
If I would have had him, I felt like somebody would have pushed me towards. My mama didn't know sports. The coach was like, well, you should let me take him. She's like, nah, I don't like that. I feel like, I might have had a different path, a different life. You may not have heard my music. You may, you know what I'm saying? You may have seen me.
That ain't what God intended for you, bro.
Exactly. You dig what I'm saying? Exactly. So
he gonna put you on the road where you need to be when you need to be there.
Yeah, with me.
Yeah,
because I've been in the studio, and I have a background in gospel as well. I sang in the junior choir. I sang with the senior choir. So if at any point you want to work together and
yo, man,
I mean, I'm here.
Let me tell you something, man. Listen,
I know hip hop and I know gospel. We can intertwine the two, and we can do some. We could do God's work.
I'm a pray about that, because what I'm saying. Let me pray about that.
Please pray for it.
I'm
gonna pray about that. I could. Now, let's just start off on just you being like my financial advisor.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? We can start there.
See, that's why I love you. That's why I love you, because it's about baby steps. It's about before you walk. So I can help you in the area of being financially savvy and financially conscious, my brother.
That's right.
Then
that's right.
We can go on tour.
Cause God gave me the money to be a good steward. See, you know what I'm saying?
No.
And if I don't, you gotta have. You see, everybody need coaches. You know what I'm saying? So I just like it, you can coach me on how to not spin the bag. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I got a sister named Ruth, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Hey, we gonna make magic, boy. We're gonna make magic.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Cause listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm tight. And then I'll be, sometimes I'll be hanging with rappers and rappers be wanting to spend money. And I'm like, man, y'all really just be out here. I need
to hold on to mine.
You feel
me?
Hey,
matter of fact, this is like, all right, I'm gonna get a little serious now. I'm not even playing. My finances. That's my area of expertise. I'm brilliant in that area when it comes to saving and finding deals and stuff like that. But then I'm gonna need you to talk to me.
Okay. Listen, come on.
Marriage in your 20s, not having the discipline you had. So that you could boom, coach your boy up in that area because I'm trying to get to the promised land.
Yeah, I think I can help you, bro. I think I can help you, bro.
I'm not even.
Yeah, your problem is you done been to the promised land far too many times.
Right.
You get what I put down.
You wandering in the desert right now, my brother. You got to get out the desert. You see what I'm saying? You got to get out the desert. You got to quit striking the rock to get water out of it. You dig what I'm saying? And just let the Lord bring you the living water. You dig what I'm saying?
He brought it to me, but this time I want to make sure I'm drinking it the right way.
Okay.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm with you.
But help me understand this, because I think it's extremely hard if you think if you've really never been monogamous in a relationship, you think the first time that you're gonna be monogamous is when you get married.
Is marriage. I think that's
setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
So
go
ahead. I'm gonna let you take it away. Cause go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you need some training wheels.
Yeah,
you need some training wheels. Yeah. No, real talk. I know this from experience.
Yes. Because I think people think that marriage solves, but it does not.
No.
Because if you looking to find wholeness in another person, you're gonna fail every time. You know what I'm saying? You people be saying, "Oh, I want somebody to complete me." Well, if you don't feel like you're a complete person, you don't even be getting with nobody else. You feel what I'm saying? You a half a person right now. You need to chill and get yourself whole.
Happiness. Happiness is not something. It's not something you find. Happiness is something you create.
Yeah, man. I think
not someone else or found in someone else.
Yeah, like I got married young because I knew I was like, I didn't have all the answers. I didn't know exactly everything. I knew I wanted to follow God. I wanted to do it the right way. I was blessed. You know what I'm saying? I was young and I made, a decision based off of what I knew at the time. I was blessed to get somebody who's amazing. But I will say, from coming from being a young, but listen, I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi at Middle Tennessee State University. It's a wild situation.
I can imagine.
So it was a wild situation. You did what I'm saying. We going to TSU, we going to Fisk, I'm going to Texas, I'm going to Prairie View. I was like, it was kind of crazy. So what I had to do was I had to develop some discipline as a single man before I could really jump into a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
You got to get it under control.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So I had to develop some discipline as a single man and realize, hey, I can chill. Let me just be, abstain and learn to just let me walk with God. And I felt like, I was running my race. And then I started running my race. I'm running after the Lord. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, get my life together, my finances together. I'm focused, I'm running. And then I hear somebody running next to me. I said, oh, shoot, she fine and she fast.
That's how it happened to me. That just like that, because I was running. You hear me? I was running. And before I looked up, somebody was running with me. So what I did right away is I went and got baptized because the last one started wearing off. You hear me?
This man is crazy.
So it was for me, it was a mental reset. It was a mental reset.
Yeah.
So I've been on point for, you know, for some time since this person like joined Messiah. So I'm like, boom, I wanna go to the promised land where you at though.
Okay. Okay.
So boom, that's my little therapy.
Now my man said it started wearing off, like the water started drying up.
It did.
Yeah, I had to take another dip.
This man is wild.
What?
Yeah, man.
What do you think thus far? You're still young, man. What do you think your greatest accomplishment is thus far? Is it your faith?
That's a good question.
Your walk with God, the studio album, the success? What do you think your greatest accomplishment is?
It sure ain't my walk with God. My walk with God, boy, I'm gonna make it to heaven limping. He done had to carry me. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, listen, I ain't a Christian because I got it all together. I'm a Christian because I'm weak and I need a savior, boy. Boy, he done had to carry me in there, boy.
So those footprints, those set of footprints, that's him carrying you. That's not you walking alone.
Facts, big facts. Yeah. I mean, you know, you get a renewed mind, you get a new nature. You know, you start following in as he leads and guides, but you know, you're still human and you got to wrestle through your humanity. But for me, you know, I done had all of the things, #1 albums, success, all the trappings of success. I done had all them things. And I thought that was gonna make me feel accomplished. I thought that was gonna bring me a sense of satisfaction. What I realized is it's never enough. You only climb a mountain, get to the top to realize, oh, there's another mountain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, it's just, and then you get to the top of one, and now you fighting everybody else trying to get up there so you can keep your spot. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, think about it. If you think about, you get yourself a Super Bowl ring, as soon as the next season starts, what you
trying
doing?
to get another one.
Chasing another one. You know what I'm saying? Chasing another one. So I feel like the greatest accomplishment for me, if I'm being honest, is being a present father in my kids' lives, because I never had that. It's breaking a cycle. I don't know. My mama don't know her dad, or she knows her dad. She didn't grow up with her dad. I don't know if he grew up with his dad. My dad didn't grow up with his dad. I didn't grow up with my dad. So for me, it's breaking that cycle. And now my kids are being raised with their father present in their lives. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be the first grandfather that's gonna exist. Like, I never knew a grandfather, like a biological grandfather. I never knew that.
Wow.
My mama ain't never knew a grandfather. So I'm gonna be the first grandfather that any generation in our family has seen in generations. It's crazy. Yeah.
Man, LECRAE, thank you for stopping by, man. We really appreciate your time. Much continued success. 4-time Grammy Award-winning artist. He's an author. He's an activist. He's an actor. His 10th studio album, Reconstruction.
Yes, sir.
The album features from T.I., Killer Mac, John Bellin, and Friday. Man, continued success. Congratulations on your walk with God. We all can use that. And trust me. Trust me.
Hey, man. I know you know. So listen, man, I before you dip, I was gonna say that, man. Listen, I always tell people this. I say it all the time, and I'm telling y'all as well, man. Be encouraged, because if you woke up today, that means God ain't done writing your story. So, man, you know, keep pressing, bro. Keep pressing. Like, we ain't no, like, people throw people away. God don't throw nobody away. That's why my album called Reconstruction. You know what I'm saying? God don't throw people away. God figure out how to reconstruct them into something better than they was. So, man, I just want to tell you that, man. Be encouraged. Like, you know, you valuable. You got worth, purpose, and man, listen. You know, we gonna continue rocking with you, supporting you, praying for you, and man, you know, I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me on the Nightcap.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Continue success.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, much love.
LECRAE chat. Man, that was an unbelievable conversation, Ocho.
Dope. That was dope.
That's one of the best conversations I think we've had. We've had a lot of people come on here and have a conversation, but I think that's one of our better conversations. I know I definitely needed to hear a lot of what he was saying.
Yeah.
All right, Ocho, the big news of the day, when a video emerged this morning that Raja Jackson unleashed a violent attack on Seiko Stu? Psycho Stu, rendering him unconscious during a wrestling event in Los Angeles. LAPD confirmed to TMZ that officers were called to the wrestling show Saturday night, took a police report, and have launched an investigation into the incident. The shocking moment unfolded at a private Knox Pro Academy wrestling event. Raja knocked out Psycho Stu, then continued pummeling him long after he was down. Raja's dad, Rampage Jackson, put out a statement. I want to clear up misinformation about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, a.k.a. Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the head by him moments before the Smiths match. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and he had no business being involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and his well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on behalf of the kick for this situation. Video later emerged of the incident that happened hours before. Let's take a look at this, Ocho.
Hey, I think that's a you don't easy. He's not a worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the was that?
You're good.
What was that?
You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a worker, bro.
What the was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will. We're good.
I will him up,
I
bro.
know you will.
Hey, I'm confused. What did he do to his head? Did he hit him? Did he smack him? I mean,
It's supposed to have been a prop. So
Okay.
I guess they were supposed to be rehearsing.
Okay.
And they were supposed to take this into the, just like it's scripted, just like WWE.
Yeah, like wrestling. Yes.
Yeah. And so I guess he suffered, his dad, Rampage, said he suffered a concussion earlier, I guess in a sparring session, because I saw that video where he got kicked in the head and he kind of stumbled a little bit.
Oh,
And
I
then
saw that when I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you see a situation like this.
Right.
You got to be careful, putting people in situations that they're not used to.
Right.
Because so now they're telling him, now you can get your opportunity to get back. Well, he thought he was getting back because he picked the guy up and he power slammed him.
Right.
And the first thing to hit was the Psycho Stu's head.
Yeah,
So
right.
once he slammed him, he's out.
Right.
He's out.
And is that where he kept punching dude? I saw.
Yes.
that.
And I guess they thought it was a part of the script because nobody intervened.
Right.
And then they realized, nah, this ain't a part of the script.
Right. That's tough. That's tough.
It is.
Especially when it comes to wrestling, obviously it wouldn't be anything real. I mean that's unfortunate. Dude is okay now though, right? Dude
that's what Rampage says, that he's awake. But I'm just going by what Rampage said. So his father, I don't know.
That's tough, man. That's tough. I'm not sure. I mean, why he would go on with the fight if he felt insulted, with the prop at the beginning. He didn't have to do it.
I think they told him, so Ocho, he went through with it because okay, now you can get your payback.
Yeah,
so he was, and the thing is,
there's no payback to get if it's not real. If it's not real and it's scripted, there's no payback to get. You should just call it off, if anything.
But I don't think they thought it would get to this. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
sir. He snapped. There's no way around it. You hear stories of somebody blacking out and just going crazy, going haywire, and he snapped. He did. Cause that's when in law enforcement, that's what they call overkill.
Yes, sir.
When somebody gets stabbed 100 times.
Yes.
A lot of times the knife is still going into the same wound. That's overkill. What he did was he snapped. He just lost his ability to stop.
Damn, man. That's fuck. Almost
Yeah, it's a very tough situation for all parties involved. Hopefully, Rajak, gets the assistance that he needs. Hopefully, Psycho Stu, he makes a full and speedy recovery.
Yeah.
But this is a very, 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 very unfortunate situation.
Oh,
Vikings trade quarterback Sam Howell to the Eagles, sign quarterback Carson Wentz. Ocho, do you like Carson Wentz mentoring J.J. McCarthy?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Carson Wentz, once who had success, a lot of success with the Eagles before Jalen Hurts took over. Carson Wentz was extremely good and very promising before tearing his ACL, if you don't remember. So I think him mentoring JJ could be good, and it'd be a good backup as well for JJ McCarthy. So I think that's pretty dope, and it's also a player where JJ doesn't have to be looking over his shoulder as well.
Right.
I think that also bothers. I'm not saying JJ's the veteran, but players like that, quarterbacks
you want a long leash. You don't want a short one.
a short, exactly.
I throw an interception and I'm coming to the sideline, the coach shaking his head, and you see the quarterback on the sideline warming up.
They're warming up. Yeah. That's a situation where he doesn't have to worry about that, which can be kind of tricky in sense. So that's something JJ doesn't have to worry about. I think JJ McCarthy is going to be fine as long as brother Justin Jefferson is healthy. Jordan Addison has what 2 or 3 games? 3 games. He'll be fine.
Aaron Jones, they got Hawkinson.
They got Hawkinson. So JJ gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right.
ESPN analyst Sam Ocho criticized Bears quarterback Caleb Williams for wearing his socks halfway, calling it sloppy and lack of leadership. Another thing is a little thing, but a big thing. Even just some of the uniform stuff. Look at the socks halfway down.
That means nothing. Come on, Ocho. Come on, baby. Come on. I love you to death. It means nothing. It doesn't. It means nothing. Wearing your socks high, wearing your socks low means nothing. Come on, we doing too much now. We just come on. No.
I guess if it's an opportunity to criticize, I don't know. Like I said, I like Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be good. I like him in this offense.
Yeah.
Obviously he's going to have to do a better job of getting the ball out of his hand, realizing that he can't make every play. Yeah. I love they surrounded him with talent. You go out, they take a receiver, I think, in the second round. They got DJ Moore. They got a Dunze. They took a tight end in the first round, pairing with Cole Kmet. They've rebuilt the offensive line. I like what they've done in Chicago to help Caleb Williams reach his potential. Yeah. Now it's going to be incumbent on him to reach that potential because they've given him a hedge, which is an offensive line to protect him, and they've given him skill position players to make his job. He don't have to lift as much as he normally would have to lift.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I agree with you, Ocho. I'm not getting caught up into no socks or something like that. It's not that big of a deal.
We nitpicking. Yeah. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
We talk about socks.
Lamar Jackson needs 500 rushing yards this season to pass Cam Newton for the most 500-plus rushing yard seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Does he get it, Ocho?
Absolutely. We talk about Cam. We talk about Lamar Jackson. We talk about young bull from Pompano. We talk about young bull that went to Boynton Beach High School. One of the better quarterbacks in not just NFL, the AFC North as well. He ain't gonna get it. Absolutely. I would love to see him repeat what he did last year, a 41 touchdown season, 4,000 plus something yards. I don't even know how many rushing yards he had last year, but he had one hell of a season. He had an MVP season. Unfortunately, he didn't get the MVP, but I'm sure he's probably going to repeat what he did last year. As much as I love Lamar Jackson, as much as I love the Ravens, the Bengals win in the AFC North, though.
They're not.
I just had to throw that in there, too.
You know what?
Talk to me.
I'm not going to be surprised if Lamar Jackson rushed for 10,000 yards.
Where is he at right now, you think?
He gonna get 10,000. He gonna end his career with 40, 50,000 passing yards and 10. He's gonna be like LeBron. Like LeBron gonna have like 40 plus thousand points, right? And then he's gonna have like, this many rebounds, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists, Lamar Jackson's going to have 40,000, 50,000 passing yards and 10,000 rush yards. Something that we ain't not going to see again.
I don't think he'll get 10,000 plus passing yards. I think as he gets older.
You mean rush yards?
Rush yards. I think as he gets older and the skill being able to run the ball deteriorates, I think he makes up for it in other areas, which is why he's gotten so well and so good and polished in the passing game.
How many rush yards Lamar got? He probably over 6,000 now. He got 6,100 right now, Ocho.
Yeah, but nah, yeah. Another 4,000. That's a whole lot of rushing on.
Ocho, think about it, Ocho. That man had 800 last year and like nothing.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, Lamar came out in 2018. Lamar came out in 2018, right? Yeah. Think about that, Ocho.
Yeah.
Man, 8 years deep.
Mm-hmm. You right.
Yeah, he getting 10. He getting 10 bands.
His game has changed, though. Game has
He
changed.
getting 10 bands.
I don't even see Lamar. I mean, honestly, even with the rushing yards, I don't even see him as a running quarterback. He's a thrower. He's a thrower of the ball first. If you notice how his game has changed and evolved over time.
Yeah, he's gotten better. He's gotten better.
Lamar Jackson is running the ball if he just has to and has no other goddamn choice.
Yeah. We know, look, in order for him to this offense to go and for them to win, he had to evolve. He just couldn't be what he once was.
Right.
And he's gotten better and better every year at throwing the football. They've given him added weapons. So yeah, he's gonna get better and better. And all I said is, look, if he can get his arm to be 80% of his legs, he'd be the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Now he damn near 90%. Now his arm damn near 90% of his legs.
Yeah. That's what makes him so goddamn dangerous, man.
Hell yeah.
I know.
Ocho, DraftKings ranked every AFC and NFC wide receiver duo heading into the upcoming season. Here they go.
Hold on. Hey, Ash, send me that, Ash. You might have sent it already. There it is. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. You see who number one is? Hey, chat, do y'all see who number one is? Huh?
The team that missed the playoffs last year.
That ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just said, do you see who number one is?
Yeah, we see that.
Okay. Wait a minute. How the hell? Okay. Oh no. Oh, this order is a no-no.
Okay, tell me what you got.
For one, where the hell is Golf and Amon-Ra St. Brown?
That's the AFC.
Oh, that's the NFC, you mean?
This is the AFC. You're looking at the AFC.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was a whole. My bad. I'm glad you said something.
Didn't say we ranked every AFC quarterback wide receiver duo? You told Ash to send it to you. It's up there on your screen and you got it.
I know. I'm looking at it. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Well, no, I think Lamar and Zay should be two. Lad McConkey and Herbert should be three. Oh, wait a minute. Hell no. Man, CJ Stroud and Nico Collins should be before Pat Mahomes and Rashee Rice. Hey, boy, this is good right here. This is good. So at 2, I'm putting Lamar and Zay Flowers. And then I'm going Nico Collins and CJ Stroud. Then Lad McConkey and Justin Herbert, because Lad McConkey and Justin Herbert, Ladarius McConkey, boy, they be cutting up out there.
Man, look where they got your team. Look where they got Miami.
Yeah, and they're only doing that because 2 and Reek had a down year. They'll be back this year. Hey, Josh Allen and Khalil Shakur. So after Herbert, then I'm going Mahomes and Rashee Rice, and then Josh Allen and Shakur. And after that, the order is pretty much, you got some people that haven't even done anything yet. Yeah, you got some people that haven't even done anything yet. So yeah.
In the NFC,
Okay, there we go.
Scroll up.
Here we go. Let me see where the NFC at. Where the NFC at? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, AJ Brown. That's right. Whoa. For one, I'm okay with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, but with at two, I'm going.
Are you sure? You sure Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown is better than Golf and Amon-Ra St. Brown? Are you sure?
Well, hell, if that's the case, then Matt Stafford belong in front of everybody. Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua belong in front of everybody. If that's what
Are we sure? It gets interesting.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's a good one. It's a good one. And then, when you think about it, you think about Jalen Brown. I'm talking about Jalen Brown. You think about Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. They didn't put up gargantuous numbers.
No,
They didn't put up gargantuous numbers. But if anything,
but Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown do.
it did, and so did Puka Nacua and Matt Stafford.
And I like Jaden Daniels, but I don't think him and McLaurin belong in front of Golf and Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
I can make a case. I can make a case that Amon-Ra and Golf should be one.
Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield.
They low.
Being at 6 is way too low. Being at 6 is way too low.
Man.
And obviously Justin Jefferson and JJ didn't have opportunity to play together yet.
Right. So I understand them being that low.
Who would you go first? Who would you put first? Honestly, me, chat. Tell me what y'all think. I would put
Golf. I'll put Golf and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And then second, I would put Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua.
I would put
I would have Dak.
I'm gonna put Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans in my top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I would put Dak and CD third, and then fourth, I'd have Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. Yeah. Then I go
Hurts and JJ?
Yeah, absolutely. Or before Hurts and JJ, I might put McDaniels and McLaurin first because after that, it's a toss up. Damn, I like this. I like this. But number one, I'm definitely going with
Golf and Amon-Ra.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell, Puka Nacua went crazy last year too, so that's why I put him second.
Ocho, what would you change about this list? These are the fastest players based on in-game speed. You got tier 1, you got time, you got Reek, Darryl Green, Bullet Bob Hayes, Chris Johnson. Then you got Bo, Randy, Raheem Mostert, Deshaun Jackson, Devin Hester, Joey Galloway. Then you got Willie Gault, Trenton Holiday, Cliff Branch, Mike Vick, Marquise Goodwin, Goodwin. Dante Hall, Ron Brown. Ron Brown can run. People don't realize that. Then you got John Ross, Ike Taylor, Jacoby Ford. Jacoby Ford can run. Mike Wallace could fly. Champ Bailey, Jamal Charles, Pat P, Julio Jones. Then you got Herschel Walker, DRC, Xavier Worthy, Percy Harvin, Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders, Odell Lamar. Then you got Charles Woodson, Tyler Lockett, Cordell Patterson, Neil Miles, Jonathan Taylor, Jameson Williams, Fabian Washington, Rod Woodson. We missing anybody, Ocho? They should have had James Jett on here.
Darius Haywood Bay. Is he on there?
Nope.
I forgot they got Bethel Johnson, who played with the Patriots, and I forgot who else he played for. He's another burner. Ahmad Carroll. Remember Ahmad Carroll played for Green Bay? Jesus Christ, that boy could run.
Yeah.
Golly. I'm trying to think who I'm talking about. Burners.
I
Hey,
can't lie. That top list. I mean, Bob Hayes won a gold medal, so it's hard to argue him. Darryl
yeah,
Green never lost the NFL fastest man. We know
mhm,
what Chris Johnson had the fastest 40 time, 4.24, and we know Prime.
yeah. And matter
Time is time.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is Randy Moss ran 4.22, and people
Yeah.
don't even realize that. He ran 4.2 when he was at Florida State.
Hmm.
Before he left to go to Marshall, Randy Moss ran 4.2 at 6'4". So I really think Randy Moss should be in that
Top one. No, top one. I
yeah.
think Ron Brown wasn't Ron Brown. Didn't Ron Brown? I think Ron Brown was on the Olympic team in '84. Didn't Ron Brown win wasn't he on the Olympic team in '84 with
Mhm.
Dada and Sam Grady, Carl Lewis?
And you know what's the most impressive
But he ran
about
a relay team, didn't he? Did he? Yeah. Yeah. I thought so. Ron Brown could fly.
everybody on this list is impressive, but I don't think people understand watching Moss highlights, it don't do you no justice unless you were able to see that up close and personal.
Hmm.
Because he start off he start off gliding and you don't really know he moving until you're trying to catch him or he done
Hmm.
threw that hand up and he running by you. Boy,
I think Hester was more shifty than fast.
oh no, Hester was fast too now. Devin Hester, University of Miami, Devin Hester.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he was fast and shifty.
No,
Which
he
is
could. I mean, he wasn't faster than Willie Gault or
no,
Holiday.
I mean, you got to understand, once you get past 4.3 and up, I mean, you fast as hell.
Yeah.
Which makes most of the people that's on this list that special, because not only can you go in a straight line, but you can also transition. You had great lateral movement. You were able to stop and restart and get right back up to top speed. Everybody can't do that. Most people are just fast in a straight line.
Yeah.
Actually, everybody on this list can actually play football. They're good
Oh
at
yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Think about how many track runners can just run in a straight line. You put them on the football field, it won't be the same.
Yeah. Well, Nehemiah didn't do too well at football because he couldn't read man or zone. He had to learn. He got to learn how to set that thing
I
down.
forgot who was the track runner that played at Florida. I mean, that ran track at Florida, University of Florida, but played football too.
Jeff Demps.
Jeff Demps. Hey, he was fast as hell, boy.
Yeah. All them guys. Look, Tennessee. Willie Gault from Tennessee. Stanley Morgan was at Tennessee. Who's the other receiver? Anthony Miller. Tennessee. Hey, them guys could run. The only guy they really couldn't run at Tennessee was Slim Pickens. But all the rest of them guys, they kind of like the Ohio State guys. You know,
Right.
Ohio State, all those receivers can run. That's how Tennessee used to be.
Okay.
Sam Grady. Anybody? We missing Ocho? Anybody we leave out?
That's what I was trying to think. Not really. That's a good goddamn list, boy.
Yeah.
That's a
Bob
real,
Hayes changed the game. He made teams. Everybody, you had to do away with he brought the zone coverage in. Because can you imagine trying to the cover the world's fastest man? You try to play man to man on it.
ain't happening. Ooh, some speed on there, boy.
Warner Brothers acquires the script for a Kobe Bryant movie based on the 1996 draft. The new film will focus on Kobe's 1996 draft day and is tentatively titled with the eighth pick. The eighth pick in the draft was held by the Nets, coached by recent Massachusetts defector and current Arkansas boss John Calipari. The New Jersey was reportedly eager to draft Bryant, only to pass under considerable external pressure. Ocho, are you excited about the first biop about Kobe Bean Bryant?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's gonna be dope to relive and retell the story of how it all started. We know how it ended,
Yep.
as far as when it comes to his career, but let's talk about how it all started, how the Mamba mentality came about.
Yep.
In the beginning. I think it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope for me because I don't know his whole story. I know the finished product that I got to see on ESPN. You know, I got to see that part. You know, I obviously had many conversations with Kobe before, you know, before he passed. I had the opportunity to go sit courtside with my son, little CJ, when CJ was I mean, CJ might have been maybe what, 9, 10 years old. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. It's so many different layers to Kobe's story that I don't know about, especially when it comes to the draft process during those days. I was still in high school, huh?
Yeah.
Still in high school.
I still got the text before he passed. I texted him, I DM'd him December 28th, 2019. I still have it. Still got it.
Damn.
I'm definitely tuning into that one. I'm definitely going to tune into that one. All right, Ocho, it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A.
Damn, man. I remember I just posted a picture for Kobe's birthday. Remember Kobe and I, we sat down at News Cafe. Well, we sat there about 2 hours, man. Sat there about 2 hours, man, talked about life in general. At this time, when I was disgruntled, as they call it, when I was with Cincinnati, and I had gotten in trouble. And oh man, it was a great conversation. I'm not gonna disclose it here now, but it's one of those conversations. Like when I sat with Denzel courtside that one time, it was on my head. It was one of those conversations. It was dope. It was dope. It was
something you'll never forget.
Yes, it was more of a lashing out for the acting out in the manner that I did. It ain't that understanding that there's no way I was gonna win that battle against that power structure. So why are you even trying? In a sense.
Right. Triple X Cop Sanity says, Unc and Ocho, did Ocho pay your money yet? If not, Ocho got to catch. I'm going to do what Giannis do. I'm going to do what put a Giannis on him.
What, hit me in the back of the head? Hey, I'm going to block that. I'm going to block that.
Hey, he didn't know it was coming.
Oh.
T to the real. Salute my brother LECRAE. We not connected by gang or fraternity no more, but Holy Trinity. Connection is worth it, and forever praise God. 100. Yarly, this dude is a clown, such a phony. I would rather take DMX over him if I want to listen to rap music to get closer to God. Huh? Well, I mean, what did dude do to you? Man, people, man, y'all need to chill, man. If you don't like the man music, okay, that's fine. But people like him. I like the conversation that we had. The man said he said he wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, Ocho, when we talk about religion and somebody's trying to walk with God, people automatically assume that the guy that he or she are perfect.
Right. No.
And that's not what that means.
He said that too, huh?
Right.
He said he's walking with God because he's not perfect and he needs that savior.
Coley 55 said, why would Stefanski take Shedeur out? But I guess he said, I feel the need to keep Deshaun in his last year. Am I tripping?
Oh.
What do you think, Ocho? No, they definitely need to that's what we were asking yesterday. Why would they take Shedeur out, considering if they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks, Shedeur is going to be one of the 4 quarterbacks that they keep, not Snoop Huntley. That's what look, I don't got no problem. You want to take him out. But I think Shedeur would have been better served being in that situation because there's a possibility that situation could come up and he happens to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns.
Right.
That's what I think. I think that's what the consensus is that a guy that you're going to keep on the roster, put him in a situation that he might actually see come game time.
Yeah.
Look, Deshaun's going to be on the team. He has $92 million still guaranteed this year and next year, 25, 26. So I don't see a scenario where they're going to cut him out. They'll probably keep him on IR for the entirety of this year. He tore his Achilles late last, and then he ended up re-tearing it. So he's not playing this season. King Rav said, if you're both in your prime, could Chad beat you in a one-on-one tight end versus receiver? Look, I can't backpedal. I could never backpedal. That's why I ain't played. Well, I played safety in high school, but I was mainly a linebacker and a wide receiver.
Well, I could backpedal. Now I would have locked your ass up. I could backpedal. I would have locked you up. I'm telling you right now. You wouldn't have caught one ball. We talk about 10 reps, and I'll let you have John Elway. I'll let you have John Elway, and I play. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna play. I'm gonna play man. I'm gonna play in your face. I'm gonna play in your face, and I'm gonna put my palm. Hold on, listen to me. I'm gonna put my palm right between the 8 and the 4, and I guarantee you won't get off the ball. Telling me I'm too light? I ain't too light. That's the same thing Ray Lewis said. You saw what happened to him.
Yeah, I did. Captain Kurt said, "What's up, Unc Ocho? Who's a better one-on-one rivalry in the NFL than Ray Lewis and Eddie George?"
That's a good one. I wouldn't consider them a rivalry. They did play against each other. They got some good hits on each other. I wouldn't consider they're much better rivalries than the Tennessee Titans.
I think they're saying one-on-one, Eddie and Ray. So is it Darrelle Revis and Ocho, Darrelle Revis and Randy, Darrelle Revis and T.O.? Is it Time and Mike Irvin?
You see, when we talk about rivalries, it's players that have that continuously play against each other over and over. Hell, you know what you want to know? To me, the greatest rivalry about. I mean, there's some good ones, but for me, Mike Evans, Marshawn Lattimore. Now that's a rivalry.
Yeah,
that's a rivalry that we were excited to and couldn't wait because they were division opponents.
Yep.
And we knew they were going to face each other twice a year, and they literally did not like each other.
Right.
That's a rivalry. I mean, I got played against Revis twice. 2 weeks back to back. That's it. Never saw him again. That's really not a rivalry.
DJ_Dilly. I know it sounds morbid and sad, but the Cowboys will start winning again after Jerry Jones passes on to the other side. Well, I hope that ain't no time soon, DJ. Damn. Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy said, "Hey, fam, I made it back. Ocho, did you get a chance to attend any soccer? I didn't get a chance to attend any soccer games. Was busy going back and forth to concerts. Love y'all guys. Glad you made it back safely, Dr. Frankie. Appreciate that. We always know you probably was chimed in all the way overseas. Jordan B. High-Ass, Unc Ocho, tomorrow's my 24th birthday. Just wanted to see if I can get a shout out. Yes, Jordan, happy early 24th birthday. Hopefully you got something special planned and enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy it because you're never going to be 24 again. So enjoy that very, very special day and many, many more to come. Thank you guys for joining us. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host. Down at the bottom, that's Liberty City's own. That's Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, Maddings ratings adjuster, Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And do us all a favor. Go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We would like to thank each and every one of you that tuned in tonight and all the other nights that you've tuned in to make Nightcap what it's become. We cannot thank you enough, so we wanted to take this time right now to say thank you. You know, with football season coming, this is the place that you come to. You don't want to miss. We're expecting a very, very exciting season, and we're going to have, we're going to keep it a stack with you. That's what Ocho and I do at Unc Ocho Nightcap. Guys, make sure you go check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. Now, if you cannot find it in a city or state near you, order it online, and we'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. Hey, don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. we're going to be out on the market. We're going to be out in the market very, very soon. I think we're going to Baltimore. I think we're going to Delaware. We're going to be back in Atlanta. I think we're coming to Houston some point in time soon. But we got something special. Not just bottle signings, but we got something really, really special. Just head over to LaPortierCognac.com to grab that very, very special bottle of my brother for his induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Hopefully you can see that on your screen. Make sure you grab that before they're gone, because once they're gone, they are gone. Please go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84. That link is pinned into the chat. And we want to thank LECRAE for joining us, Grammy Award-winning Christian rapper. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll see you back tomorrow night. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We're out.